I'm going to give you an idea of what a grammatical rule is by helping you to formulate a rule to explain a grammatical feature of English. Before we do this, I should bring up two more symbols that some linguists use when analyzing sentences. We've already seen brackets, which can enclose phrases. Another symbol is the asterisk, which is placed before sentences that are judged not to be examples of a language. And another is the question mark, which is placed before sentences that are judged as questionable. In the last lesson we saw that English speakers tend to use subject, verb, object, word order in a statement like, you were there, but verb, subject, object order in questions with the verb be, like, were you there? Let's come up with a way to describe how English speakers ask questions with the word be and sometimes with have. Compare the declarative sentence, he has done the work, to, has he done the work? In both examples, it looks like the verb and the subject invert. The subject and the verb seem to switch places when you ask a question. So let's try and formulate a rule using the concept of inversion to describe the situation in English and see how well it applies. English speakers invert the noun phrase of the subject and the verb to ask a question. That works fine for the example, are you there? But how well does it explain the second example, has he done the work? In that case, our main verb is actually an auxiliary with a past participle. It's has done. But the whole phrase has done doesn't switch, doesn't invert with the subject. Only the verb has does. So we don't find that we ask, has done he the work? We ask, has he done the work? We realize that we don't move the whole verb phrase. We actually extract the verb from its verb phrase and place it before the subject noun. It doesn't look like we're inverting anything, because the subject noun doesn't end up inside the verb phrase. Instead, it looks like we're actually just extracting that one head verb and moving it before the noun. With that in mind, let's formulate a new rule to describe the situation. Let's say English speakers extract the head verb from its verb phrase and move it before the subject noun to ask a question. Now we have a descriptive rule that seems to work for both of the examples we have at hand. So we're going to change our rule slightly to produce similar sentences. But the slight change we're making is a move toward imperative logic. Extract the verb from its verb phrase and move it before the subject noun. This gives us a set of instructions that, if applied to the declarative sentence, produces the question as its output. This be, have question asking rule will work pretty well until we get to an example like, he will have done the work on Friday. We'd expect, will he have done the work on Friday? But we get, have he will done the work on Friday? These rules are a work in progress then. I hope you now have a handle on the basics of the grammar of sentences, and thank you for learning with me.